Messed up still. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. We have great fucking news to report today. So we're just gonna get right into it. Won't be on too long, but we had to cover this shit today. Love this shirt. Yeah, I'm taking a page off out of Cross's book right now. Alrighty. Holy fuck, dude. Hold on, I'm gonna clean my glasses. We're gonna do a lot of reading today. Um, and then this will probably also be a video. So get ready for it. Let's dive right in. We got a little twid from Bungie here. Also, we're getting a twid tomorrow as well. Um, Holy fuck, dude. This is huge. This is huge. This is fucking huge. All right, so we're going to start here. 3 hours ago, Dev Insights Return of the Director. Welcome to our first dev site in article, prepping for the moment of triumph on June 9th. We have quite a bit to get through over the next few weeks. Today's article focuses on the Director and Destiny 2 activities. Here's a quick list of what we'll be covering. The Director, layout additions, and updated destination loot, distortions, adding some spice to patrol modes, the portal, breaking down barriers and overhauling the experience, Gambit Ops, bringing our old friend back into the fold, heavy metal, vehicle mayhem, and then Sparrow Racing League to finish it off. Tomorrow we are planning our second dev site and article focused on the weapons sandbox along with Friday's twid, so stay tuned. This twid tomorrow also covers raids and dungeons. The Return of the Director. With the release of Moment of Triumph, Monument of Triumph, we're putting the Director back at the center of your gameplay. It's your guide to the Destiny universe and a place to plan your adventures. It creates a feeling of wonder we all love. You see Sol System before you, ready to be explored. And then to bring the Director update, we've added Kepler and the Lawless Frontier to this space as well. And then here we have a great picture of what our Director is going to look like. And yes, very beautiful, very Destiny 1 vibes with Destiny 2. All right, next. Destination and patrol updates. Destinations have been a foundational part of Destiny, whether you touch down briefly for a public event, roam areas for patrol and secrets, or find various factions moving against each other. Our first steps as Guardians were in the Cosmodrome, and beyond that, we've spent over a decade patrolling the wilds of our Sol System to protect the last city. With the return of the Director, we felt now was a better time than ever to thrust players back into these frontiers. We've revitalized each pre-Edge of Fate destination's loot with new perks, tiered weapons for non-craftable pools, and set bonuses that reflect their themes and stories. For our destinations featuring crafted weapons, as outlined in the Monument of Triumph article. Sorry, light over here is kind of blinding me. They will be receiving additional perks per column to make them feel up to the modern sandbox power standards. We're also introducing a new event, one with some added difficulty that appears during distortions that can only occur on certain destinations. You'll primarily be able to earn this loot through public events. Base completions. Okay, now this is first really big update here. Base completions will grant tier 3 rewards and tier 4 on the heroic version, with each drop having a chance to be upgraded all the way to tier 5. During a distortion, these rewards will be upgraded by one tier to match the added challenge. Unique destination activities like Blind Well, Altars of Sorrow, and Terminal Overload. The fact that we're getting Blind Well updated is crazy, as well as Terminal Overload. We'll also distribute tiered rewards. Full details in the patch notes. Additionally, we've updated what we call the World Loot Pool, earned through the legendary engrams that drop from general gameplay. To now feature a collection of tiered loot with gear spanning multiple years of Destiny 2. You may find old favorites inspired by Splicer Tech or our old friend Saint 14 within this engram. Oh my god, does that mean we're getting Feathered Steel back? That'd be crazy. With that said, let's look at loot from a few destinations. Below is a taste of what's to come. We want to excite, but not spoil your appetite. P.S. Don't write while hungry. Okay, so we're going to start with the Cosmodrome here. Where it all began, many Guardians can recall their first moments waking up in old Russia, and they weren't alone. Rasputin, the war mind, called the Cosmodrome his home and proved himself to be a mighty ally of humanity. The returning weapons that drop from the Cosmodrome come from Rasputin's storied arsenal along with a new origin trait. So the new origin trait is going to be called Eyes Up. Very fitting. This weapon gains reload speed, range, and increased damage against combatants for a short time when combat begins. Final blows extend and enhance this bonus. Fuck yeah, dude. And here we have a tier 5 7th Seraph shotgun. This was, I don't know, like the shotgun to have back in the day. And it looks like there's another origin trait there as well. So that's, oh god, just this gun. And it's got intrinsic overload as a lightweight frame. So they're adding intrinsic champion perks, which means they might just be getting rid of the seasonal artifact mods, which is crazy. So I would assume all lightweight frames now for shotguns have overload on them. Our sample from the Cosmodrome is a reprise of the Seraph, 7th Seraph CQ12, updated with new perks and keeping its Rasputin arsenal origin trait. So these are all the things we kind of have. Incandescent heal clip, going to be great. Dual loader, incandescent, great. Surrounded's on there as well. Chain reaction is crazy, guys. A chain reaction disruption break is going to be fucking nuts. Chain reaction with like Discord is going to be fucking nuts. For PvP, we have quick draw closing time, threat detector closing time, trench barrels on here as well. 1-2 punches on here. Oh my fucking god. Chef's fucking kiss. These are crazy. These are great. Ah, beautiful. Like, we're going to be able to get a kill with this shotgun, have that enemy explode, and then, I don't know. Oh my god. Hype. Okay, 7th Seraph CQ12 felt like the right showcase for the Cosmodrome because it's both a core Rasputin weapon and a flexible, close-range workhorse. With its updated perk pool, we wanted to support everything from classic melee builds to pure ad-clear shotgunning without losing that Warmind toolbox identity. Okay, now moving on to Nessus here. With good robots, Failsafe and Friends, bad robots, the Vex, and a lot of early Guardian memories, Nessus deserved a loot pool that reflects its status and classic destination. So the Sandbox team reached out through time to pull together a collection of weapons reflecting the Guardians' mini expeditions on the unstable Centaur. We hope you agree that our selection plays as well as they look. New origin trait here, Fail Deadly. Dealing damage grants a stacking bonus to magazine size, target acquisition, and range until your next final blow with this weapon. So that's going to be crazy in PvP. And then they're bringing back, I forget which season this came from, but this was a seasonal archetype weapon, whatever stuff. And just, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. And yes, high impact frame auto rifles will now get intrinsic unstoppable. Holy shit, bro. Let's go. And then as you can see right here in the perks, we have rewind rounds with Rampage, fucking all-stars on here as well. This double grenade perk you got going on. Oh my god, it's gonna be so fucking fun to play with. Okay, our sample from Nessus is Pulperfect. I don't know, I can't say that, but it's weird. Whatever. Shush. Reprised with a new perk pool built to play into its deliberate, hard-hitting identity while opening up new kinetic-focused options. So let's see what we got here. Aside from what was above, We have aggregate charge. Oh my god, 35% damage increase right there, by the way. Enlightened action is going to be good. Stopping power is... I forget which one that one is, but I think that's after reloading, you have like a basically powered shot or something like that. Rangefinder's on here, which is going to be good for PvP. Rampage is also on here. All Stars, a great perk. Kinetic Tremors, great perk. Adhesive Ordnance, great perk. Closing Time, Rangefinder, going to be a great PvP role. We see this weapon as the backbone of Nessus, reliable, deliberate, and built to carry momentum from one target to the next. Its refresh perk pool gives players the chance to chase a range of playstyles while still preserving the feel that made the weapon memorable. Happy boys. Happy days, boys. Happy fucking days. Europa. Europa was a defining destination in Destiny's history, making it a turning point, where allies and enemies alike began wielding stasis and deepening weird their understanding of the darkness. Its frozen frontier is inseparable from Braytech, whose ambition and technology remain etched into every corner of the moon. For this refresh, the team wanted the returning weapons to feel at home on Europa, reflecting both its harsh environment and its legacy as a defining frontier. So we got a new origin trait, Winterized Gear. After being out of combat for a moderate duration, this weapon gains stability, reload speed, and handling. These benefits decay over time after re-entering combat. So you're going to be able to leave combat, come back into combat. This, again, also pretty good PvP perk. Rewards rebooted. So we got the High Abuelo, Albedio. I don't even know, man. I can't say half these. And it's coming back to us as a micro frame kinetic missile. Let's go. Looks like we're also getting all micro missile frames are going to get unstoppable intrinsically. So fuck yeah. Let's go. That's awesome. Our sample from Europa is this weapon, and no, your eyes do not deceive you. It has been updated to be the first kinetic micro missile sidearm. Also, and then we got our perk combos here. Auto loading holster, which is actually not too bad. Kinetic tremors on a micro missile is crazy. One for all star, both like 35% bonus damage perks right here. Frenzy, it's also on here. That's a 20%. And then you get an increase to your reload speed and some other shit. So that's not bad. Desperate Measures is pretty good too. Surrounded. It's going to be a really good prismatic weapon, I think. Shoot to Loot's on here as well. Bewildering Burst is pretty fire. Yeah, Stopping Power also on here. Stopping Power plus like All-Star, One for All, even Kinetic Tremors is going to be fucking insane. This weapon matches Europa's identity by pairing precision tech with a harsher, more experimental edge. We wanted to up its updated perks to support players who do not use it proactively, whether that means building into utility, crowd pressure, or general purpose combat. Distorted. Okay, so that's kind of the overall loot pool, like just a sample of what's to come with the revamp of a lot of these weapons. And it looks like we're getting a lot of perk combinations we haven't seen before. So fuck yeah. Ugh. But it doesn't end there. We're going to keep going here with Distorted Destinations. Patrolling the system. Over the past few years, Destiny 2 has focused more attention on structured campaigns, exciting playlists, and challenging cooperative activities. This has led to patrol mode feeling a bit left behind. Without strong rewards or clear reason to return, many players have had little incentive to explore the wilds of Sol. To remind Guardians of the allure of wandering these worlds, we were introducing a new feature on 7 destinations. 7 destinations. I'm pretty sure that's everything. So Nessus, Neptune, Europa, the Moon, maybe even Pale Heart, which would be fucking insane. Dreaming City, and then Savathine's Throne World, with Kepler and Lawless Frontier being kind of the ones, and maybe then EDZ and Cosmodrome also not receiving the distortion thing. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then maybe Cosmodrome would be 7 or something like that. But Kepler and Lawless definitely don't get that update. But moving on here, distortions every hour, every 60 minutes, guys. A different destination becomes the focus of distortions. The sky tears open, reality distorts, and corruption spreads. While distorted, the planet's enemies are empowered and more fearsome. God damn, look at that fucking dude. What the fuck? That dude. That's sick. There's it on the moon. Oh god, we were just playing this campaign yesterday. Distortions are our new enhancement to patrol mode. They're a celebration of all things that are already there, plus a small injection of new things to do and new rewards to discover. Our main goal with this feature was to support what we call the public loop. The connected areas that players patrol where they can encounter other guardians and work together for shared goals. We've leaned into all the fun little things that are already there, then added a bit of a twist. I mean, this isn't SIVA, but this kind of looks like SIVA. So these are kind of our new enemy types that we'll be able to see. Damn, that looks so good, bro. Every enemy will become distorted too, making them tougher, more aggressive, and a little bit more dangerous. Distortions won't massively change the low-stress nature of patrol, but you may occasionally find an encounter that tests the skills of even veteran guardians. You'll also discover some familiar changes in new places and some strange signals leading to hidden rewards. So, you know, maybe a new exotic or something will come out of this as well. Why is my thing being weird here? Alrighty. Speaking of rewards, we're making the distortions uniquely rewarding by providing a new weapon set players can earn in these new events, and to balance the increasing challenges of distorted enemies, you'll see higher gear tiers awarded from playing public events. So we're getting a new weapon set as well with this distorted area. Oh my god. Okay. Excited to check out distortions? Look for the telltale red glow and keep an eye on the timer telling you when the new planet will be targeted. Overhauling the portal. Since the release of Edge of Fate, we've been hearing your feedback in the portal. Blah, blah, blah. Portal tab is gone. However, we didn't want to remove quick access to Destiny's playlists and content. While players can navigate the director for numerous activities, we still wanted a portal of sorts to quickly find the content you want to play when you want it. We've refactored scoring, difficulty, and customization quite a bit to further address feedback around the system. More on that in a later section. Portal activities, bonus engrams, bonus focus, and the seasonal hub are still accessible. The portal ops categories are built into the director itself. In the director screen above, you'll see a row of familiar icons at the bottom of the screen. They are your doorway to a portal-like sub-screen, allowing you to still access and configure activities you'd like to play. You may have noticed in our director preview that there are a few returning icons in the bottom row. Yes, Gambit will now have a portal category updated with scoring, and raids and dungeons will have an easy access point on the front of the director. Dungeons ops will be retired, thank God, and this space will simply be a space to quickly find and play full raid and dungeon content. Damn. So here's the Fire Team 1, then we got Pinnacle, Arena, and Solo. Okay. We also wanted to bring back more of Destiny's Legacy, and the following will be available in the Monument of Triumph. So new Fire Team ops. We have Heist Battlegrounds on Mars, The Disgraced, The Lightblade, The Scarlet Keep, The Corrupted, The Lake of Shadows, a new Pinnacle op, Operation Seraph's Shield, and 0 Hour. So I think this one was the Season of the Worthy. I don't know. I don't remember, but cool. Override on a four week map rotation. I think I forgot what override was, but difficulty and reward updates. Portal ops activities are getting a difficulty overhaul in Monument of Triumph. The overarching theme is less math, more playing Destiny. Right now, difficulty, rewards, and progression are too intertwined. Plus, a bunch of variables are tossed up on top, power, armor, and the rewards, pass, score bonus. Yeah, it's like basically just if you're at 550, you can just unlimited tier fives. It's boring. It's stupid. That required far too much planning and thought before players could just dive in and play. During development, we've simplified it, play tested a bunch, and simplified it even more to address player feedback. So, when we say we've made the system simpler, what do we mean? Now, when you select the difficulty, you will always hit that default reward rank, which will result in a default reward tier without any modifiers. The table below just helps illustrate what reward tier to expect from each difficulty and reward rank. Reward rank. So basically what this means is before it was, okay, if you're 300, you're always going to get tier 1, whatever, right? But, and you could do this in Destiny 1, and if I'm, hopefully I'm understanding this correctly, but if you go in at normal, you're always going to get tier 1s. If you go in at advanced, you're always going to get tier 2s, expert tier 3, so forth and so forth, right? With ultimate being those tier 5 shinies. If you want tier 5 shinies, you got to play the ultimate versions. Note for Crucible modes, grade A and higher will yield 2 tier 5 loot drops. But what is the role of modifiers now? In the simplified world, mods exist to allow higher scores to be reached without stepping up the difficulty to that level, to offset the cost of any selected boons, and provide additional completely optional challenge. If you want to earn tier 4 gear but you don't want to face champions, play at expert and add some mods. If don't want to deal with the tougher, more aggressive combatants at Grandmaster but still want to earn S grade rank, play at Master with a few mods of your choice and you'll get those tier 5 rewards. Every difficulty can have enough mods applied to bump you up 1 reward rank and reward tier. So yeah, so I guess you can play normal to get advanced loot, you can play expert to get master, and you can play grandmaster to get ultimate with modifiers. Additionally, while here, let me take a sip real quick. I'm speaking so fast. Additionally, while reward tier will now cap at grandmaster with tier 5 S rank, it didn't feel right to remove ultimate difficulty from the game, so we're leaving ultimate in for the Guardians who enjoy playing at the highest challenge level possible. The S plus rank will exist purely for bragging rights, so we'll probably get emblems and some other stuff. It'll probably be like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But this is dope. This is awesome. And then there's training that you can do as well. So yeah, so now it doesn't matter what your power is. If you want to take on an ultimate 500 level whatever at rank 3 or at power level 350, go right ahead. Hopefully that'll work out for you. So how will matchmaking work then? We're also updating how matchmaking and customization work around Portal activities. We want the system to stay approachable while also providing variety. In match-made versions of Portal activities will include fewer modifiers than what players have previously encountered. And then we'll grant rewards and rank for the selected difficulty. Okay, revive token counts are also getting updated across all the whatevers. We've heard your feedback about how revive tokens feel in arena ops, and as a result, we're removing them on all difficulties. This should make joining activities in progress and navigating the chaos of 6-player content a smoother experience. For Fire Team Ops and Pinnacle Ops, Grandmaster will now start with 7 revive tokens, while Ultimate will start with 5. Our goal here was to create a little bit more breathing room in the revive token economy, while also still preserving the level of challenge players expect from these difficulty tiers. Awesome. So we're back. We're back to a level of D1 difficulty without with a little bit of a D2 spin on it. Adding variety to loot. As we're making these updates to how loot is earned through the portal, we also took this opportunity to expand loot variety. The following portal op activities will feature exclusive weapon reward pools and armor collection with unique set bonuses. So we got Crucible, we got Crucible General, Crucible Competitive, Trials, Iron Banner, Gambit, and then, of course, SRL. Solo and Fireteam Ops will each have their own unique weapon reward pool and share a new armor collection with a set bonus. Arena Ops and Pinnacle Ops will also each have their unique weapon pool and share a new armor collection with an additional pool for Onslaught. More details on that below. Additionally, Arena Ops weapons will have hollow foil variants. We hope you enjoy discovering them as little surprises. Okay, so now we're on to Onslaught, Contest, and the Coil. We're making big changes to Onslaught and the Crawls, our name for activities with escalating difficulties during gameplay. After reading feedback and looking at the data, we weren't happy with the amount of play these activities were getting. We're taking some big swings to make all these activities more enjoyable and rewarding for your time. Onslaught. We've increased the scrap you earn by over 40%, allowing you to max defenses at each location. We've removed revive tokens from this mode entirely. We've reintroduced the difficulty curve. Now the first 10 waves will be easier than the difficulty you selected, with the next 10 waves increasing in difficulty and the final 10 waves increasing in difficulty to match the difficulty selected. For example, Grandmaster Onslaught, first 10 waves will feel somewhat like Expert, the second will feel closer to Master, and then the final 10 will feel on par with Grandmaster difficulty that you've come to expect. We've reintroduced the Brave Arsenal from Into the Light with tiers. Oh my god, bro. Into Onslaught reward pool that drop at the end of every 10 waves, in addition to the Pinnacle Ops reward pool drops. So, just shit ton of loot. Contest, we've reintroduced the number of paths in a single run from 4 to 3. We've reintroduced the difficulty curve, just like an Onslaught, so it'll get harder. Example, Grandmaster Contest of Elders. First path will feel somewhat like Expert, the second will feel closer to Master, and the final will be on par with Grandmaster difficulty. We've added the World Pool rewards into Contest reward pool that drop at the end of every pathway, in addition to the Pinnacle Ops pool drops. So just more loot at the end of your run. So now instead of just getting one weapon or armor, you'll probably get two. The Coil. We've reintroduced the difficulty curve into the Coil. For example, same thing as above, Expert, then Master, then Grandmaster, and they've added World Pool into the Coil as well as the Pinnacle Ops drops. Moving on to Gambit here. For some time now, players have felt our core activity rotation has been lacking. A very special PvE PvP activity that was introduced in Forsaken, and we agree. In the Monument of Triumph, Gambit gets a clearer home in the Director through Gambit Ops. Our focus is on better placement, stronger reward support, and more legible reward structure, while keeping the core activity familiar for all players who already know how Gambit works. Integration into the portal means Gambit Ops will have its own tiered reward pool and have a new armor set bonus, and reprised weapons, as well as bonus drops and a bonus focus. Tiered rewards are driven by activity scoring for Gambit. Score is driven by team progress through Gambit's major phases, banking modes, summoning in the Primeval, and defeating the Primeval, with additional bonus score coming from Gambit rank. Okay, that's kind of... So the more Gambit you play, the more likely you are to get higher rewards. Rewards are rooted in a team effort rather than individual stat chasing, and a team that reaches the Primeval... I can't talk. A team that reaches the Primeval phase will earn S grade and tier 5 gear, so getting the final phase of the match is massive, is materially whatever. You get shit for getting to the Primeval. Let's be honest, few things in Destiny feel better than banking a pile of motes or saving the game with a last-minute invasion. To keep this playlist healthy, Gambit needs its rewards strengthened, and that meant looking at the playlist identity from multiple angles, a reworked origin trait to match Gambit's unique rhythm, the return of many iconic Gambit weapons a refreshed perk pool that gives players real reason to dive back in, and our resident Gambit lovers on the sandbox team took a deep pass on the weapons you've been asking for and made sure to give them some fun rolls. Here are 2 quick examples. 2. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so our new origin trait for Gambit is going to be Run and Gun. Defeating targets builds stacks of Run and Gun for short duration. Sprinting for a short time consumes a stack to partially reload this weapon from reserves. On bows, this briefly improves your draw speed. Again, not a bad PvP perk either here. Return to the Dark Ages. So we got spare rations coming back as I knew they were going to do this. This was originally a kinetic weapon. It's coming back to us as a stasis weapon. That's going to be awesome. And then again, we see that lightweight frames in general, not just for shotguns, have intrinsic overload, which is fucking crazy. So let's see. Our sample from Gambit is spare rations, now updated to be a stasis lightweight hand cannon. Wait, that's actually kind of crazy because this wasn't a lightweight before, I don't think. So you're going to move faster with this weapon equipped. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy PvP gun. Alright, what do we got on it? We got slide shot, rapid hit, snapshot, moving target, firefly, keep away, one for all. Oh, sorry, keep away and crystalline corpse bloom. Okay. Firefly kill clip is going to be interesting for PvP. Corpse bloom is always nice for PvP with explosive payload. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, this looks like a pretty solid, like, PvP with some PvE options. We wanted spare rations to remain a sharp, responsive dueling weapon while broadening what players could chase on it. Its new pool offers a healthy spread of PvP and PvE options, from classic cannon consistency pieces to payoff perks that give real flexibility outside of straight duels. That's pretty cool. Okay, and then we have 21% delirium, which was this is like iconic machine gun from Gambit. Rapid frame machine guns look like they'll have overload intrinsic too, and it looks like we have some new perks here as well. So let's get into this. Okay, so it's redacted. We don't get to know about it until June 9th. Okay, so it can get overflow, rolling storm. There is another. Oh, so there's 2 new perks. These are 2 new perks, 3 new perks on this guy. Reconstruction's good. Trickle charge. I forgot what that one is, but that one pairs really well with rolling storm and jolting feedback, if I remember correctly. Frenzy's decent on this. Fourth time is on there. We'll really have to see what these other perks do. Killing tally's on there as well. Overflow killing tally, reconstruction killing tally is gonna be nice. Okay, moving on to Crucible. Crucible playlist offerings are moving to a more predictable cadence. All PvP offerings are receiving loot refreshes to offer new weapons, armor sets, and cosmetics. First, let's start with our main PvP events, Iron Banner and Trials. Iron Banner now returns every 4 weeks. Control remains a constant offering and is replaced by Iron Banner Control during Iron Banner weeks, with one additional Iron Banner mode available when Iron Banner is live. Trials will continue to run every weekend, Friday through Tuesday. Okay, so we're getting an extra day on Trials here as well. Trials will not be available during the Iron Banner weeks to help keep Guardians focused. Trials is undergoing changes to featured map and weapon rotations. Instead of a single curated featured map each weekend, the mode can now vary from week to week. Some weeks may feature a singular map, while others can feature up to 3. Check back each Friday to see which arenas you'll be challenged on. Featured weapons are also moving away from a single weekly focus and now drop from a featured weapon pool instead. We will have more details on that in an upcoming TWID. As a broader PvP offering, featured 6v6 modes continue to rotate weekly, while featured small team modes rotate daily until Trials takes over for the weekend. Rumble also remains a permanent available mode. I don't think we have Rumble right now. Hello, Lake. Sorry, we are going through this kind of rapid fire right now. Thank you for joining us. This update also expands the small team lineup. Heavy Metal is added to the 3v3 rotation alongside a new 4v4 collision. A new modifier mode built around a more deliberate weapons first combat. Private match access has also been moved under Crucible Ops / Portal, where players can find Heavy Metal and more new Crucible modifiers like Arena. We'll have more information on Crucible rewards, Crucible modifiers, and more in the next week when we talk more about sandbox tuning. Until then, let's focus on our vehicle mayhem. Heavier and more metallic. Heavy Metal's back. And it looks like we have vehicle selection, or you can just randomize it. That's going to be interesting and a lot of fun, honestly. This is just a great little mode to play. Keep matches feeling faster and punchier. We've lowered the score from 50 to 40. It's a small change, but one aimed at making the mode feel snappier without losing the vehicle combat chaos that makes Heavy Metal what it is. Heavy Metal is also getting a brand new map, Nightfall Station. If that sounds familiar, it should. It's a space adapted from the wreckage of this vessel from Renegade's campaign. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Now reworked to Heavy Metal Battlefield. Ooh, kind of cool. Overall, these updates are focused on giving players more variety from match to match, tightening up the pacing, and making sure that each vehicle feels like a viable choice when they drop it into a mode or in the mode. Alrighty, and then to finish up, this is Sparrow Racing League. The long-awaited and frequently requested SRL is returning to Destiny 2. This isn't just SRL coming back to you as you remember it, though. We've brought the mode forward with a set of updates aimed at making races feel faster, livelier, and a bit more chaotic from lap to lap. Ghost returns as your SRL announcer along with Shaxx. There's nothing more motivating than Shaxx screaming at you to push for first place after your opponent just took you on the inside turn on Mercury. Skirmishers join the fun, allowing you to choose between Sparrow or Skirmisher before hopping into a 3-lap race against 5 other players. Players won't have access to rail guards or manual jumping as a skimmer or be able to use stabilizers for rolls and flips as a Sparrow. In fact, we've done a ton of work under the hood to make sure that using either vehicle in SRL feels equally advantageous to players. Okay. Speaking under the hood, we've also updated SRL to support those photo finish moments at the end of the race. Close finishes can now be properly assessed as ties, which means the 2 racers that hit the line at nearly the same time, the result screen can better reflect that outcome. We know the mantra, if you're not first, you're last, but our goal with SRL is to bring chaos and friendly competition to the forefront. And so tying... Okay. What? I don't know. Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot. Tying means both of you get equally great rewards. A couple new mechanics have been added to SRL. Rocket Boost rewards racers who nail their timing of hitting the gas just before the race begins, giving them an early burst out of the gate. We have trick boosts, are just what they sound like. Land a trick successfully and you get a boost. On PC, Sparrow and Skimmer tricks can also be remapped the same way emotes can, and we've updated the UI to support that. All 4 of the original SRL maps are returning, and we've got a brand new map called Quantum Circuit, located in the Realm of the Nine. Okay, that's kind of cool. Avoid the Taken and the enemies of the past while racing on this wild, intense Ribbon Road. Oh my god, Rainbow Road, Ribbon Road, same diff. Mario Kart and Destiny, yeah, no. Additionally, speed boost pads have been added to specific shortcut paths on all maps to offset any gates missed. A change that we think will make taking riskier and tougher shortcuts more rewarding and viable. Finally, we've done some tuning on gate sizes vehicle speeds, and rubber banding to keep the pack together while still rewarding strong racing lines, smart shortcuts, and well-timed boosts. I wonder if this like whole SRL bringing back is kind of like because Forza's out right now. We're excited for players to get their hands on all these updates and hear the brand new SRL music tracks when Sparrow Racing League goes live next month. Okay, SRL rewards. Alongside SRL's return as an activity, you'll also be able to earn weapon rewards and armor. If you gotta go fast, then these will feel right at home in your arsenal. The perks on these weapons have speed and movement in mind, such as Eager Edge, Desperado, and Perpetual Motion. We want to keep the weapons and their perk pools under wraps. We will share an early look at the origin trait and armor set bonuses. So we got Featherweight as the origin trait for the weapons. Final blows with this weapon have an increase. You get increased movement speed while equipped when you kill people. If there's a lightweight version of one of these weapons, it might be kind of crazy. And then for the armor set bonuses, revving up, and we have so for the two-piece, we have a fast movement builds up a charge that gradually increases your health regeneration speed once you are fully revved. Sprinting gives you a speed booster, and then for the four-piece, sliding while the speed booster is active jolts combatants in front of you. Interesting. That's gonna be kind of cool. Okay, and then we have some Sparrows, Skimmers, armor stuff to look at. So there's the new SRL Skimmer, new Sparrow, and some of the new weapons you can get as well. Sword looks pretty cool, honestly. Look pretty good. I like the Tex Mechanica one right there. And the Hawkeye one. Interesting. Whether you're racing for the win, completing SRL triumphs, or just showing up for the chaos, there will be plenty of ways to earn gear and accessories that let you look the part. Join us tomorrow as we turn our focus to the weapon sandbox, raid and dungeon updates, and tower vendor attunement, and more in our second Dev Insight article and TWID. So we're getting more shit tomorrow, which is gonna be crazy. That was a lot to get through. Well, there you have it, guys. Our first look at the June 9th update. Just crazy. Gonna be lots to do. The only other thing I want to look at is there... No, okay, so we don't have anything else yet. Well, shit, guys. I mean, are we back? I'm thinking we're back. We'll see. But, like... I would assume that every 7th Seraph weapon's coming back. You know, we're gonna get an arsenal of these weapons coming back. All these weapons are coming back. So, and these are just like a taste of what's to come. They're not even talking about Dreaming City yet. We haven't gone over Savathun's Throne World weapons yet. We haven't gone over Neptune weapons at all. Moon weapons haven't been shown off. Eternity hasn't been shown off. We haven't seen if Pale Heart is getting anything, but it says, where does it say it? Yeah, we've revitalized each pre-Edge of Fate destination's loot with new perks, tiered weapons, and non-craftable pools. So everything before Kepler is getting updates. Hello, the Gaming Hobbit. How are we doing today? Can't wait this long. Hey man, dude, we're gonna have Marathon Season 2 to tide us over that last week. So, because that comes out on Tuesday. I'm good, thank you. And you? Oh, we're doing great today, man. Huge article out on Bungie.net. I'll probably go ahead and just throw this as an unedited video up onto the YouTube if you want to hear me go through all this shit. Some cool stuff coming. 93 feet. Your totally right, man. I wouldn't. Some cool stuff. This is some amazing stuff, bro. This is like we get old, old reward and difficulty tiers now. You know, we don't have to do this like, oh, you have to get to 550 to get tier 5. It's just gonna be okay. You want tier 5? Go do an ultimate difficulty thing. Um, but at the same time, you can do like Grandmaster with modifiers to hit ultimate tier if you wanted to. Yeah, like I mean, this alone is enough to keep me playing for at least a couple months, if not longer. And we haven't even gone over like Gambit's getting their shit all reworked. There's new perks coming to the Gambit weapons. Heavy metal is gonna be a thing again. Kind of a side note there. SRL is gonna be here. We're gonna have to go through that. And we're not even to the raid and dungeon updates, which is 26 different raid and dungeon like activities. We have tower vendor attunement tomorrow as well, whatever and more means. The weapon sandbox is getting looked at tomorrow, which is also going to probably cover weapon exotics, exotic weapons, exotic catalysts coming to new weapons, changes on current exotic catalysts. Yeah, I don't know. This is probably like if you play Destiny every single day and you have like a addiction to it, this will probably give you at least 6 months of content, in my opinion. Yeah, no, 93 feet. This is gonna be a YouTube video. I'm gonna throw it up. I'm just gonna do it unedited. You can skip through it however you want to. If you guys want to check it out, because we did just go through it all. But also the article's up here if you just want to like go read it all. No, I mean, and then also another thing to is every type of weapon frame in the game is getting an intrinsic champion perk. So like I think they might be getting rid of the seasonal artifact as well. Because lightweight frames, just in general, if it's a lightweight frame, it's going to be an overload weapon. And if it's a rapid fire frame, it will probably also have an overload intrinsically. High impact frames will be unstoppable. Rocket micro missile frames are also unstoppable. So I'm really and again, bro, like this is just destinations, portal shit, SRL. The new distortions look fucking sick. Like the sky opens up and then these like Siva like enemies start showing the fuck up. There's a whole new. There's more weapons that like unique rewards that drop just from distortions now. Um, we got a host of old legacy content coming back to the game. And we haven't even talked about what raid and dungeons are going to look like. We haven't talked about exotic like armor sandbox changes, weapon sandbox changes, whatever they're going to do to the raids and dungeons. And yeah, who knows what our tower vendors are going to look like. And this and more portion just kind of we'll see. So, other than that, definitely a short. We just wanted to go over that little emergency stream here. But we'll be back tomorrow to cover the next TWID, and then I don't know, maybe play some Destiny 2. I feel like it's kind of hard to want to play Destiny 2 in its current state when this other stuff is coming out. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I think if they are going to, end support for G2, this is, I don't know. This is, at least they're doing it justice, is what I think. Like, this is beyond anything that I was ever hoping for out of this update, Like, this is crazy. We got all our 7th Seraph coming back with new perks and, like, This weapon I'm pretty sure was like, I don't know, from like Shadow Keep or whenever the splicers became a huge um, thing in the game. I don't remember when. Maybe it was Beyond Light then. I don't. One of those seasons. So they're like bringing back really old stuff. It even talks about how we might find some of the old Saint 14 weapons, which means featherlight or featherweight or whatever that like feather steel or I forgot what it's called, but might be coming back. Um, Saint 14 shotgun might come back with new perks. Like this is crazy. But anyway, that's gonna do for us today. I had an hour to cover this, and we're at 55 minutes. Um, and yeah, I will throw this whole breakdown up on the YouTube if you want to go watch it and skip through it, or if you want to just go read Bungie.net and then Destiny 2 and the news tab. But definitely get excited. And by the way, guys, most of this is free to play. Um, like I think you still have to own some of the like to go do Neptune stuff. You have to have that DLC. Um, but like even like the Cosmodrome stuff, the stuff that's changing to like the free to play areas, um, you don't have to pay for this expansion or this update. This isn't like so. At the very least, free to play players are getting access to this Seventh Seraph arsenal along with whatever else they decide to throw onto the EDZ and the Cosmodrome. Um, yeah, pretty crazy stuff. And then we'll see how much that D2 collection ends up being when it releases and how much they mark down everything once June 9th hits. But until then, I hope y'all have a great day and we'll see y'all tomorrow for the next TWID. Zio, what's up, my man? Definitely doing a shorter one. Yeah, I know, Zio, but I gotta go do other things today. I just wanted to get on and cover this, but I'm gonna upload this, and in like 10 minutes you can go watch me break this whole thing down if you want to. And you want me to? All right, we'll do push-ups for a sec. Here I'm gonna do something real quick just so I can get this uploaded real quick. One sec. Actually, no, we'll do the push-ups first, and then I gotta go. Okay, guys. All right, yeah, I gotta go.